burning issues of the youth community in India, especially those related to education and employment, are raised constantly by the Democratic Youth Federation of India, which is the #1 youth organization in the country. Youth are constantly being denied their rights and opportunities. The brutal assault by the imperialist globalization on social welfare has badly affected the younger generation. In order to protect and sustain secularism and the unity of India, dyfi has organized a human chain in which a large number of people actively participated from one end of the state to the other end. The length of the human chain was 673 kilometers. More than 30 lakhs people became the links, which is considered as the one and only largest human chain ever happened. The youth movement is addressing the question of unemployment and organizing the mass of youth against the anti-people policies. The worldwide anti-fascist and anti-imperialist movement during the Second World War inspired the youth. Revolutionary groups were formed to fight for the freedom of the motherland. Thus the anti-colonial struggle started to get momentum in India. Under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, national movement became stronger. Irrespective of caste, creed and politics, the people of India supported the freedom movement. Besides the oppressive policies of the empire, a great famine struck the country in the 40s. All the food grains were collected by the British government to feed their troops in the World War. Hence, all the people were left to poverty and hunger. Inspired by the victory of the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia in 1917, the left political movement started to gather momentum in the independence struggle. The workers and the peasants were organized under the leadership of revolutionary politics. Along with the working class and peasantry of India, the youth movement also played a remarkable role under the leadership of the Communist Party to continue the anti-feudal and anti-imperialist struggle. Bhagat Singh, the great revolutionary and the martyr of freedom struggle, inspired the youth of India to sacrifice their lives to free the motherland. The anti-feudal and the anti-imperialist struggle lasted more than a century, at last brought freedom in 1947. It is in Kerala, the southernmost state in India, that the first democratically elected communist government came into power in 1957 for the first time in the world. E.M.S. Namboodiripad, the most respected communist leader in India, became the chief minister of this communist government. With the help of the Renaissance movement and the left political movement, the state of Kerala has achieved 100% literacy. The social status of women is far advanced here than any other states in India. Kerala is often described as God's own country by the tourists and travelers. The left political tradition has been so strong that it still keeps the fascists away from getting into power. The formation of the Democratic Youth Federation of India, dyfi, on 1st November 1980 was a historical event, and it was the ultimate consequence of the youth movement that had been active in the anti-colonial struggle. The Kerala State Committee of dyfi has 4.6 million members. In all the states, the district committees are very active and strong. For ideological propaganda, dyfi is publishing a bi-monthly called Youth Stream on national basis. The State Committee of dyfi in Kerala is publishing a magazine named Yuvathara, or the Stream of Youth, in the regional language Malayalam. There is almost 100,000 subscribers for this magazine. The poems, short stories, essays and interviews of the youth find proper place in this magazine. There is a Central Committee office in Delhi, and every state has a State Committee office called Youth Center with well-equipped library and research facilities. dyfi is also very active in the movement for drinking water against Coca-Cola's water planter in Plachimada. Coca-Cola, with the help of the ruling government, is plundering the water resources of Kerala without any propriety, and as a result, thousands of villagers are deprived of drinking water. dyfi's initiatives at the time of tsunami for providing relief evoked a good response from the general public. Thousands of volunteers took part in the relief work. All these struggles and campaigns in which the working class, peasantry, agricultural workers, students, women and youth were mobilized helped to create the atmosphere for the isolation of the BJP-led government and contributed to the defeat of the BJP alliance in the parliament election of 2004. dyfi is not only active in struggles and protests, but is very keen in promoting artistic and athletic talent of the youth. As a part of Silver Jubilee celebration of dyfi, the State Committee organized athletic competitions and art performances in various parts of Kerala. Prominent athletes and artists of the country cooperated wholeheartedly with these events. The achievements in the sectors of health and literacy are remarkable, but under the present rule of the United Democratic Front, Kerala is reeling back due to the policies that favor privatization and commercialization of education and health. The present UDF government in the state has already taken suppressive measures towards the agitation of dyfi and students against privatization and commercialization of education. The leaders and activists were publicly tortured and arrested. Water cannons and grenades were used in plenty to suppress the agitation. But the struggle was so massive and powerful that forced the government to back off from their anti-people policies. More than 100 youth were sacrificed their lives in various agitations taken up by dyfi. In the 25 years of struggle, sacrifice and advancement, dyfi underlines the fact that socialism is the only alternative of the present world order. This youth front is marching forward to fight against imperialism and war for a better future.